Cell the unit of life. Full chapter. Key points. With mcqs practice.
Cell.
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 What is cell?
Cell is the basic unit of life.
Cell discovery. 1. The discovery of the cell can be attributed to the use of the microscope in the 17th century by early scientists such as Robert Hooke, Anton van Leeuwenhoek, and Matthias Schleiden. 2. In 1665, Robert Hooke observed thin slices of cork under his microscope and observed that they were made up of small, box-like structures that he called cells, which he thought looked like the small rooms used by monks. 3. Anton van Leeuwenhoek was the first to observe living cells under the microscope when he looked at pond water and observed microorganisms in 1674. 4. In 1838, Matthias Schleiden, a German botanist, concluded that all plants were composed of cells and that the cell was the basic unit of structure and function in plants. 5. In 1839, Theodor Schwann, a German zoologist, extended Schleiden's work by showing that animal tissues were also composed of cells and that the cell was the basic unit of structure and function in animals. 6. Rudolf Virchow, a German physician, proposed in 1855 that cells arise only from pre-existing cells, which is now known as the principle of biogenesis. 7. The discovery of the cell was a significant scientific breakthrough that laid the foundation for modern biology and medicine and led to a better understanding of the structure, function, and development of living organisms.
Cell theory.
1. All living things are composed of one or more cells. 2. The cell is the basic unit of life and the fundamental unit of structure and function in all living organisms. 3. Cells arise only from pre-existing cells through the process of cell division. 4. Cells contain genetic material in the form of DNA, which is responsible for the inheritance of traits. 5. The biochemical reactions necessary for life occur within cells, and cells are the sites of all metabolic activities necessary for the survival of organisms. 6. Cells are highly organized and complex structures, and the activities of cells are regulated by various chemical reactions, which take place in specialized regions of the cell called organelles. Seven. Cells are responsible for the maintenance of homeostasis, the process by which the internal environment of an organism is kept stable and within narrow limits. 8. The size, shape, and arrangement of cells vary widely among different organisms and cell types, reflecting differences in function and specialization. 9. The study of cells is essential for understanding the basic principles of life, for advancing biomedical research, and for developing new therapies for the treatment of disease. 10. The cell theory is one of the most fundamental concepts in biology and has been central to the development of modern medicine and biotechnology.
MCQs.
The cell theory. A. Robert Brown. B. Robert Hooke. C. Rudolf Virchow. D. Matthias Schleiden. D. Matthias Schleiden proposed the cell theory in 1838, which was later modified by Theodor Schwann in 1839.
2. Which of the following is A. part of the cell theory? As cells are capable of metabolism and replication. B. All living organisms are composed of cells.
Explanation. The correct answer is B. All living organisms are composed of cells.
This statement is one of the three fundamental principles of the cell theory. The other two principles are that cells are the basic unit of life, and that all cells arise from pre-existing cells.
3. In which year did Matthias Schleiden observe different types of cell in various plant tissue?
1805. B. 1855. C. 1838. D. 1905. Answer C. 1838.
Explanation. In the year 1838, the German botanist, Matthias Schleiden, observed the different types of cells present in the plant tissue of various plants.
Thoderschwan was A. British zoologist. B. German zoologist. C. British botanist. D. German botanist. Answer A. British zoologist. Explanation. Thoderschwan was A. British zoologist. He studied various types of cells. Which scientist proposed the idea that all animals are made up of cells? A. Robert Hooke. B. Antony van Leeuwenhoek. C. Matthias Schleiden. D. Thoderschwan. Answer D. Thoderschwan, German physiologist, was the first to propose that all animals are made up of cells in 1839. 6. What is the cell theory? A. All living things are made up of cells. B. Cells are the basic unit of life. C. New cells arise only from pre-existing cells. D. All of the above. Answer D. All of the above. Explanation. The cell theory states that all living things are made up of cells, that cells are the basic unit of life, and that new cells arise only from pre-existing cells. Cell shape.
1. Cell shape is determined by the function of the cell. 2. Different cell shapes can be found in different organisms such as round, elongated, and irregular. 3. Some cells have special shapes that are adapted to their functions, such as red blood cells, which are disc-shaped for efficient oxygen transport. 4. The cytoskeleton plays a major role in determining cell shape, as it provides support and helps maintain cell integrity. 5. Changes in cell shape can occur during development, disease, or in response to environmental stimuli.
Cell size.
1. Cells come in a wide variety of sizes, ranging from less than a micrometer to several centimeters. 2. Small cells have a higher surface area to volume ratio, which allows for more efficient exchange of nutrients and wastes across their membrane. 3. Large cells have a smaller surface area to volume ratio, which can make it more difficult for them to obtain sufficient nutrients and remove wastes. 4. The size of a cell can also be influenced by its function, with certain cells needing to be larger to accommodate specialized organelles or structures. 5. Some cells are able to grow and divide to increase their size, while others remain relatively constant in size throughout their lifetime.
MCQs. Practice makes men perfect. 1. Which of the following factors primarily determine cell shape? A. Size of the cell. B. Type of organelles present in the cell. C. Function of the cell. D. Age of the cell. Answer C. Function of the cell. 2. Why do small cells have a higher surface area to volume ratio than larger cells? A. Larger cells have more organelles. B. Smaller cells have a larger surface area relative to their volume. C. Larger cells have a higher metabolic rate. D. Smaller cells have a lower metabolic rate. Answer B. Smaller cells have a larger surface area relative to their volume. 3. Which of the following is not a weigh-in? Which cell shape can be altered? A. Changes in gene expression. B. Changes in environmental stimuli. C. Changes in cell size. D. Changes in the cytoskeleton. Answer C. Changes in cell size. 4. What is a specialized function of red blood cells that is enabled by their shape? A. Efficient oxygen transport. B. Efficient waste removal. C. Efficient nutrient uptake. D. Efficient energy production. Answer A. Efficient oxygen transport. 5. What is the role of the cytoskeleton in determining cell shape? A. It provides support and helps maintain cell integrity. B. It controls the cell's metabolic rate. C. It determines the size of the cell. D. It controls the cell's movement. Answer A. It provides support and helps maintain cell integrity. Types of cell.
Two main types of cells, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Here are some key points about each type. Prokaryotic cells, typically smaller and simpler in structure, lack a nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles. Genetic material is located in a single circular chromosome. Examples include bacteria and archaea. Some have flagella or pili for movement and attachment. Eukaryotic cell, typically larger and more complex in structure, have a nucleus that houses their genetic material, have several membrane-bound organelles such as mitochondria, ribosomes, and the endoplasmic reticulum, found in all multicellular organisms, including plants, animals, fungi, and protists, can be broadly categorized as animal cells, plant cells, and fungal cells based on their specific functions and structures. In addition to these two main types, there are also various specialized cells found in different organisms that have specific functions. For example, muscle cells contract to enable movement, nerve cells transmit signals, and blood cells transport oxygen and nutrients throughout the body.
Prokaryotic cell.
Prokaryotic cells are one of the two main types of cells, and are characterized by their simpler structure. Here are some key points about prokaryotic cells. Size. Prokaryotic cells are typically smaller than eukaryotic cells, usually between 1–10 microns in length. Structure. Prokaryotic cells do not have a nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles such as mitochondria or the endoplasmic reticulum. Instead, they have a simple cell membrane, cytoplasm, ribosomes, and a cell wall. Some may also have flagella or pili. Genetic material. Prokaryotic cells have a single circular chromosome that is not enclosed within a nuclear membrane. Reproduction. Prokaryotic cells reproduce asexually by binary fission, where the cell divides into two identical daughter cells. Nutrition. Prokaryotic cells can be autotrophic, obtaining energy from the sun or inorganic sources, or heterotrophic, obtaining energy from organic sources. Overall, prokaryotic cells are simple yet diverse organisms that contribute to the functioning of many ecosystems and can have major impacts on human health.
MCQs. Practice makes men perfect. What is the fundamental characteristic of a prokaryotic cell? A. Presence of a true nucleus. B. Absence of a true nucleus. C. Presence of membrane-bound organelles. D. Absence of a cell membrane. Answer B. Absence of a true nucleus. 2. What is the shape of most prokaryotic cells? A. Round. B. Square. C. Rod-shaped. D. Spiral-shaped. Answer C. Rod-shaped. 3. What is the function of the cell wall in prokaryotes? A. To provide structural support. B. To regulate the movement of substances in and out of the cell. C. To aid in reproduction. D. None of the above. Answer A. To provide structural support. 4. What is the function of the pili in prokaryotes? A. To provide structural support. B. To aid in reproduction. C. To aid in movement. D. To facilitate the transfer of genetic material between cell. Answer D. To facilitate the transfer of genetic material between cells. 5. Which of the following is not a characteristic of prokaryotic cells? A. Small size. B. Lack of membrane-bound organelles. C. Presence of a true nucleus. D. Possession of circular DNA. Answer C. Presence of a true nucleus. 6. Which of the following is not found in all types of prokaryotic cells? A. Cytoplasm. B. Cell membrane. C. Ribosomes. D. Flagella. Answer D. Flagella. 7. What is the function of the cytoplasm in prokaryotes? A. To provide structural support. B. To regulate the movement of substances in and out of the cell. C. To contain the genetic material of the cell. D. To carry out cellular metabolism. Answer D. To carry out cellular metabolism. Eight. Which of the following is not a type of prokaryotic cell? A. Bacteria. B. Archaea. C. Viruses. D. Blue-green algae. Answer C. Viruses. 9. What is the function of the nucleoid in prokaryotes? A. To store genetic information. B. To regulate the movement of substances in and out of the cell. C. To provide structural support. D. None of the above. Answer A. To store genetic information. 10. Which of the following cellular structures is responsible for generating ATP in prokaryotes? A. Chloroplasts. B. Mitochondria. C. Ribosomes. D. None of the above. Answer D. None of the above. Eukaryotic cell.
1. Eukaryotic cells have a true nucleus enclosed by a nuclear membrane. 2. They possess a variety of membrane-bound organelles, such as mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, and peroxisomes. 3. Eukaryotic cells have a cytoskeleton made up of microtubules, intermediate filaments, and microfilaments, which provides structural support and helps in cell movement. 4. They are generally larger than prokaryotic cells and have a more complex structure. 5. Eukaryotic cells can reproduce either by mitosis or meiosis. 6. They can be single-celled organisms such as yeast or multicellular organisms such as plants, animals, and fungi. 7. Eukaryotic cells carry out various metabolic activities, including respiration, photosynthesis, and protein synthesis. 8. They have a unique system of protein modification and trafficking which allows proteins to be synthesized in one organelle and transported to another. 9. Eukaryotic cells can communicate with each other through cell signaling pathways. 10. The cell membrane of eukaryotic cells consists of a lipid bilayer with embedded proteins and carbohydrates.
A. Characteristic of eukaryotic cells. A lack of a nucleus. B. Presence of a plasma membrane. C. Absence of mitochondria. D. Presence of ribosomes. Answer B. Presence of a plasma membrane. A plasma membrane that surrounds the cell, separating its contents from the external environment. 2. What is the function of the mitochondria in eukaryotic cells? A. Protein synthesis. B. Energy production. C. Cell division. D. Waste disposal. Answer B. Energy production. Explanation. The mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell and produce energy in the form of ATP through cellular respiration. 3. What is the function of the nucleus in eukaryotic cells? A cellular respiration. B. Protein synthesis. C. DNA replication. D. Energy storage. Answer C. DNA replication.
Explanation. The nucleus contains the genetic material of the cell and is responsible for replicating and storing DNA.
4. Which of the following structures is found in plant cells, but not animal cells? A. Chloroplast. B. Mitochondria. C. Golgi apparatus. D. Lysosomes. Answer A. Chloroplast. Explanation. Plant cells contain chloroplasts, which are responsible for photosynthesis and converting sunlight into energy. 5. Which organelle is responsible for the synthesis and modification of proteins in eukaryotic cells? A. Endoplasmic reticulum. B. Golgi apparatus. C. Lysosomes. D. Ribosomes. Answer A. Endoplasmic reticulum. Explanation. The endoplasmic reticulum is responsible for protein synthesis and modification, and is divided into rough and smoother. 6. What is the function of the cytoskeleton in eukaryotic cells? A. Cell division. B. Energy production. C. Movement and support. D. Protein synthesis. Answer C. Movement and support. Explanation. The cytoskeleton provides structural support and allows for movement of organelles in the cell itself. 7. Which organelle is responsible for the breakdown and recycling of cellular waste in eukaryotic cells? A. Endoplasmic reticulum. B. Golgi apparatus. C. Lysosomes. D. Mitochondria. Answer C. Lysosomes. Explanation. Lysosomes contain digestive enzymes that break down and recycle cellular waste. 8. Which of the following is a characteristic of eukaryotic cells but not prokaryotic cells? A. Presence of a cell wall. B. Presence of a nucleus. C. Absence of ribosomes. D. Absence of a plasma membrane. Answer B. Presence of a nucleus. Explanation. Eukaryotic cells have a true nucleus that houses genetic material, while prokaryotic cells lack a defined nucleus. 9. Which organelle is responsible for the synthesis and modification of lipids in eukaryotic cells? A. Endoplasmic reticulum. B. Golgi apparatus. C. Lysosomes. D. Ribosomes. Answer A. Endoplasmic reticulum.
Explanation. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum C is responsible for the synthesis and modification of lipids.
Ten. What is the function of the Golgi apparatus in eukaryotic cells? A, protein synthesis. B, energy production. C, cellular respiration. D, modification and sorting of proteins. Answer D, modification and sorting of proteins.
Explanation. The Golgi apparatus modifies and sorts proteins synthesized in the air and packages them for transport to other parts of the cell or for export.
11. Which organelle is responsible for maintaining the shape and integrity of eukaryotic cells? A, mitochondria. B, ribosomes. C, cytoskeleton. D, lysosomes. Answer C, cytoskeleton.
Explanation. The cytoskeleton provides structure and support for the cell, maintaining its shape and allowing for movement.
12. Which organelle is responsible for sorting and directing proteins to their proper location in eukaryotic cells? A, endoplasmic reticulum. B, Golgi apparatus. C, lysosomes. D, mitochondria. Answer B, Golgi apparatus.
Explanation. The Golgi apparatus sorts and directs proteins to their proper location in the cell, whether that be to other organelles or for secretion outside of the cell.
13. Which organelle is responsible for the storage of genetic material in eukaryotic cells? A, endoplasmic reticulum. B, Golgi apparatus. C, nucleus. D, mitochondria. Answer C, nucleus.
Explanation. The nucleus contains the genetic material of the cell in the form of DNA.
14. Which of the following is a characteristic of both eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells? A, presence of a plasma membrane. B, lack of ribosomes. C, absence of a nucleus. D, presence of a cell wall. Answer A, presence of a plasma membrane.
Explanation. Both eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells have a plasma membrane that separates the cell from the external environment.
15. Which organelle is responsible for the synthesis of ribosomes in eukaryotic cells? A, endoplasmic reticulum. B, Golgi apparatus. C, nucleus. D, nucleolus. Answer D, nucleolus.
Explanation. The nucleolus is responsible for the synthesis of ribosomes